So this is just a temporary video. I'll get back to some of the stuff later when it's officially released. But Visual DJ 2025 has been released as an early access build, like you've probably seen. And one of the things it says in the release notes is stem swapping. So someone was asking, what's that? Well, it's actually the ability for the stem samples can swap with the corresponding stem. So let's see how that sounds like when you're doing it. So the Visual DJ 2025 is really all about replacing the entire sampler. So you can do a lot of new stuff, and it has some new sample packs included. And one of them is loop masters, and that's what we use in this one, because that has some of these stems, or these samples that are stem samples. So normally you can play a track. I'll just play a small section of a track. And then you can play a sample on top of it, and it can be synced and all this kind of stuff. So this is just an additional kick drum, right? But with this new feature, you can, on the sample, set that you want it to replace or swap when you use it. And you get a small S here. And then when you play this kick, it replaces the kick of the track. And these are actually linked or grouped, so they replace each other, all the red ones. So another kick. Another kick. And you can do the same with the hi-hat. And disable them again. And of course, when you disable them, it goes back to playing the stem from the actual track. So like that. So how do you know what it replaces? Well, that's actually part of the sample itself. So go into the sample editor here. Can't do anything and store it because it's part of a pack right now. You can of course record your own and use instead. There's a lot more stuff you can do with a new sampler. We'll get back to that in the official video, I think. But right now you can see here in what it actually gonna replace, because what kind of stem sample is it? So that's in this drop down. So that's kind of how it works. And just have to remember that you have to trigger it from the pads. It won't work if you trigger it down here, but that's because that's not included in the settings. So the setting is on the pad page, right? So if I use this one down here, then it just stacks it. So I have to do it up here for it to work. As a replacement or swap, if you will. So that's just very quickly what this new setting does. This new setting does on the new and improved sampler section of Visual DJ 2025, which is still an early access release. So all this stuff may change before the official release. It already has changed a few times, just while building it, I guess. So we shall see where it ends up, but this is what it looks like right now in the early access release.